Ooh. Two people were doing a lot of digging on you. Two people, a couple. It could be a man and a woman or two women, two people digging, trying to find dirt on you, trying to find something that they could use against you, something that would incriminate you, that could ruin your reputation, that could sabotage you in some way. They were looking for the digging. I'm seeing your phone was hacked, your computer was hacked. Maybe your phone was tapped. They were listening to you. They were reading messages. They were going through your phone when you were asleep. You were under some type of surveillance. They had somebody watching you. Maybe they had hired somebody like a private investigator or just somebody. They had a third party watching you. And I am seeing that they did hire somebody to come towards you to do something with negative intentions, do something to you, to do something to you. But when this person saw you and got close to your energy, I'm seeing that you saw this person, you made eye contact with this person. And you knew right away that this person was being sent to you for something negative. Like you knew right away. But when this person saw you, they got spooked because they didn't just see you. Your spirit guides, your angels presented themselves in some way. I'm not really sure how. But what this person saw was enough to spook them and to not want to even mess with you at all. Archangel Michael is coming through. So for those of you that believe in Archangel Michael and work with Archangel Michael, he was there with you, protecting you. But it doesn't necessarily have to be an angel or an archangel, but someone on your team, made themselves just what this person saw that had negative intentions, that was hired or agreed to come towards you, what they saw royally effed them up. And they were like, nope, get away from me. Nope, I'm not dealing with this. They went back to the people and was like, nope, you're on your own. I don't want nothing to do with this. Forget about it. See ya. Peace. And that's it. Now, these people weren't able, the two people that were digging up on you, they weren't able to find anything on you. You see, they have their mentality, because they are so comfortable lying and manipulating, stealing, breaking laws, doing malicious acts towards others. They're comfortable with that. They don't have morals. They don't have a conscience. They're okay with hurting others. They assume that everybody's got a side to them like that everybody's got that in them. Because, these two people are surrounded by other people, like other people that can also behave that way. So they project that out, and they're like, oh, they assume like you have a side like that to you as well. But you don't. They couldn't find anything on you because you're a good person, because you have morals, because you have standards, high standards. Am I saying you never made a mistake? No, I'm not saying you never made a mistake. We know you've made mistakes. But the types of mistakes you've made weren't necessarily malicious things. They were personal mistakes. They were things that you learned from, things that you took accountability for, things that you grew from, things that assisted you in some way in your life. You weren't just walking around, creating havoc. And so they weren't able to find anything on you. They were not able, because you're a very honest person. You're real. You're authentic. And sometimes, and for people who aren't authentic, they might be quick to say that they can't believe that you're as real as you are, because they don't They don't have that capacity to be real themselves. So they think it's like, oh, they're lying. Oh, you know, you're pretending, you're faking it, you're this, you're that. That's not really who you are. You're not that all of the time, only to find out that you are. You are like that all of the time because you are a good person. Again, you're not perfect, but you're not evil. Your heart is pure. The love in your heart is so pure. And you know, you like, you have a lot of compassion. You like to help people. You feel what people are feeling. You're a protective person. When it comes to right and wrong, you know, you have a very strong conscience. And a strong sense of morals. And so, yeah, they were trying really hard to find something on you they could use, but they couldn't. Are they still trying right now? No. They know they lost. They feel a way about it. They're not happy with you. They don't like you. But they know they lost. Because this was a battle. This was a spiritual battle. As all things are. And they know they're lost. So now they're just trying to preserve their own self in some way, in some capacity, because they're going through some major karma. And they're trying to control things and keep things as steady as possible, but they're sinking quick. They're really drowning. I'm seeing that, oh, that's interesting. So somebody who sabotaged you, who refuses to apologize and is receiving karma, knows what's going on. They know they messed up. They know they were wrong. They know they're receiving karma, and they know they need to apologize to make the karma stop, but they won't do it. So they abandoned their life purpose and shifted gears into something else, some other field, shifted the focus. You see, the focus that they had was supposed to be something that had to do with spirituality or the soul or something metaphysical. But because they did all this, you know, malicious stuff, they attacked people, you know, they fell from grace and they started receiving karma. They know, because they refuse to apologize. They don't have it in it. They're like, F it, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do this instead. They abandoned their whole purpose and their soul's not growing. Wow. I mean, I can't identify with that. I know you can't either. So that's very interesting. Somebody would rather abandon their whole life purpose, abandon their soul, because that's attached to your soul. They would abandon themselves completely to shift gears just so that they don't have to take accountability for themselves. Unfortunately, that energy is going to spill over into everything they do in any field that they do, because they're still carrying that energy with them from all that sabotage and negativity. Okay, so that's interesting. Wow. Yeah, I don't see that you still have people following you or tapping into your phone or doing that. There might be one or two of you here that still have things like that going on, but trust, that's coming to an end real quick for you. But for the most part in this collective, because I usually see like the majority rules energy. So if I see the energy of the collective, like I do see, but it's like what comes through strong is the majority rules energy. Like what the majority of us are experiencing and feeling is what I pick up on. But I do see there's still people who are in it, who are still dealing with the gang stalking and the sabotage. But I want you to know this is going to come to an end rapidly. Like that is what I saw and feel. Done with. And the consequences for coming against you are going to be severe for them. Okay? So I love you so much. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you have a really beautiful day. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but I hope you have a beautiful weekend if it's the weekend. Take care of yourself. You're safe. You are safe. You're protected. You're highly protected. Continue to practice self-care, self-love, to meditate, to pray, to connect with God, and to honor your emotions every day. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.